Madam Speaker, MINDEF and the Chief of Army have already disclosed the procedures used by the SAF for shipping military platforms for overseas training. Let me summarize. Singapore has limited training areas. Each year, the SAF moves over 700 military platforms using commercial carriers to all parts of the world, in Asia, Australia, Europe, and the US. The SAF's contracts with these shipping companies and agents require them to comply with established protocols and all relevant international and local port rules. But the contracts leave it to the shipping companies to designate routes and ports because this is their core business. Neither the SAF, Singapore, nor indeed most other countries operate on the assumption that our cargo will be arbitrarily seized when transiting reputable foreign ports. The SAF has followed these procedures for shipping military equipment for over 30 years without any significant incidents. These commercial arrangements have enabled the SAF to ship military equipment safely and economically. It would cost 3 to 4 times more and add several $100 million to MINDEF's annual budget to ship all military equipment directly from point to point. Neither does the Republic of Singapore Navy have transport ships with that scale and capability to ship all this equipment. However, our LSTs, currently our largest multi-purpose and transport ships, are due for replacement. We will consider if we need to replace them with ships of larger capacity. There are some exceptions, albeit rare, when the SAF does not use commercial shipping companies or will apply special considerations if we do, based on security risk assessments. For example, as we did previously, when we shipped back advanced weapon and sensor systems and our submarines back to Singapore. The special measures include chartering whole ships, mandating direct shipments, deploying protection forces, or even converting the commercial ship to a state marine ensign. The Terrex troop carrier vehicles did not fall into this special category. Members have asked if military secrets have been compromised due to the detention of Terrexes. As MINDEF has stated, the detained Terrexes and other equipment were being used for training and do not contain any sensitive equipment. Arising from this incident, the SAF has reviewed its shipping procedures comprehensively to reduce the risks of SAF equipment being taken hostage en route. When we think the risks of detention of SAF assets have gone up, whether in Asia or in any other part of the world, we will impose extra precautions even if this means incurring higher freight charges. Alternatively, the SAF may consider housing that equipment at overseas training sites to avoid shipping them altogether and procure additional units to meet operational requirements where necessary. In the present case, the SAF Terrexes were transiting in Hong Kong, one of the world's busiest and most established transshipment points. They were in transit on board the ship when they were ordered to be offloaded by the Hong Kong authorities and detained. The legal position is that the SAF Terrexes and other equipment detained in Hong Kong are the property of the Singapore government. They are protected by sovereign immunity, even though they were being shipped by commercial carriers. This means that they are immune from any measures of constraint abroad. They cannot legally be detained or confiscated by other countries. This principle is well established under international law, and we are advised by lawyers that it is also the law in Hong Kong SAR. Accordingly, the Singapore government has asserted our sovereign rights over the SAF's Terrexes. We have informed the Hong Kong government on several occasions over the last 2 months, both through lawyers and our Consul General in Hong Kong, that the detained Terrexes and other equipment belonging to the Government of Singapore and are therefore immune from any measures of constraint. Accordingly, we have requested the Hong Kong authorities to return our property immediately. Prime Minister Lee has also written to Chief Executive C.Y. Leong of Hong Kong on this matter to reiterate the same message. The Hong Kong authorities have responded that the investigation is ongoing and will take some time to complete, and that the Hong Kong government will handle the matter in accordance with their laws. Singapore welcomes this response. Adherence to the rule of law has been the fundamental basis for peace and stability in the last half-century in Asia. It has enabled countries, both large and small, to build trust and confidence in one another, cooperate and prosper together. These are the very principles incorporated in the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, whose signatories pledge, and I quote, to promote regional peace and stability through abiding respect for justice and the rule of law, unquote. Whether APL, the shipping company in this case, has complied with the rules of Hong Kong Port is a matter between APL and Hong Kong authorities, which should follow the due process of Hong Kong law. That issue between APL and Hong Kong Customs affects neither the legal position of the Terrexes nor Singapore government's rights. We there look forward to the Hong Kong government returning our Terrexes in accordance with international law. Singapore and Hong Kong have long enjoyed good and friendly relations. We hope the matter will be resolved satisfactorily and our friendly relations will endure. Thank you, Madam.